This, boys and girls, is rampant douchebaggery at its best.
Welcome back, Mavericks. And I just got to rant about tools for a little bit. Tools on two wheels. People who just don't get it. Before I get into it, though, make sure you hit like and subscribe so we can share bike love worldwide. It really helps us out. And consider becoming a Patreon. You get all kinds of extra content that we're throwing up all the time, including interviews at bike shops when we go on our travel, different extra content, the results of things we did podcasts on earlier for free and how they turned out or what we did to improve things, like the snowplow bike or the GoPro battery problem, stuff like that. So check it out. Consider becoming a Patreon.
He rides right down the middle, doesn't say a word to anyone, doesn't acknowledge anything, doesn't say anything when he's passing.
Tools. You run into them every day. Stuff like that happens out on the trail all the time. See, that guy rolls up from behind us, never says a word. Not passing, not on your left, nothing. Takes his sweet time, not cruising, just right next to us, barely going faster than we are, just kind of going ahead. Traffic coming at us the whole time. He's not moving. He's not saying on your left. He's not saying I'm sorry. He's not speeding up to cut in so he gets out of the way of the oncoming traffic. None of that. It's like he owns the whole damn trail. And he keeps rolling forward. And even when he's right next to us, I'm like, are you going to say something? Nothing. Not a word. Wouldn't even turn his head to acknowledge us. And then when he finally got ahead, I wasn't having any of that. So I went after him, and I caught him, and I sat on his wheel. And I spun mine backwards so it goes bzzz, like a bunch of angry bees while I'm asking him why he's such a tool. Because he didn't seem to care about the safety of anyone around him. And yes, I could be Christian. I could turn the other cheek. Was it petty? You could say that, but I don't think so. Here's why. See, the problem with action like that is I could turn the other cheek, but there's no consequences. Until someone steps up and says something to a tool like that, nothing will change because the tool keeps being the tool until people stop letting them be the tool. You ever been in the left lane going down the road and there's a merge lane coming in and there's a guy you can see in your mirror who has, a mile or two to get in behind you but doesn't, just keeps slowly speeding up and then jumps in front of you across the solid line? You let that guy in because you didn't roll up and get on the bumper of the guy in front of you to prevent it? No consequences. Tomorrow, that tool will be doing the same thing again to somebody else. You gotta call this stuff out. It's not safe. It's not good. Not only for us rolling up the trail, but for the oncoming people. Walkers, runners. A week before this, a guy passed us going uphill with an oncoming walker, and she stepped into a ditch to avoid hitting him because he refused to wait the 3 seconds until we had passed her and then passed us. That's being a tool. And it's got to stop. It's unsafe, it's wrong, and you're just an ass. So cut it out. You're not in the tour, okay? You're not going to Paris-Roubaix tomorrow, okay? You're an overweight, middle-aged dude who just got off of work or took the day off. And maybe you're training for a triathlon or whatever. Who cares? People's safety and health do not need to be at risk because you're a tool.
He's just a cock. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Be an instrument for change and not just a tool. That's all I'm saying. I'm a tool bag and I cut someone off in the street. I'm a tool bag and I'm just what I appear to be. Don't be a tool. And don't forget to pick up your SCHWAG from this episode or any of our episodes at the Maverick Store. I think probably the best part about the entire thing was we go a couple miles down, caught up to him at the next stoplight. My girlfriend just stares at him and goes, "You're an awful human being."